Hello everyone on the internet, and thanks for tuning in.
And welcome to a new episode and a new year from me, Master Rider Bushido. We might talk about on the other side of it. Flayvaman!
Battery Mirror!
Okay, throwing that way to one side. Happy New Year to everyone on the internet, and yes, we are back. And
Well,
yes,
technically we never went away. I put Kabuto on last week.
I'm trying to wish the viewers a happy New Year. You know, exactly.
We did that. Yeah, Happy New Year.
Anyway, we are back at first episode of 2016, and we will be doing our first Toku Talk of 2016. So, and for those that are new to our channel, welcome, and yeah, this is where we talk about stuff and tokusatsu related from past, present, and future, and so on and so forth, and la-di-da-di-da. And then that's when I throw it over to Flayvaman.
Yes, and we are going to start by talking about Ninninger.
Right. Where do I want to say on that? Aside from the fact that we had a guest appearance of Shurikenja.
We need to catch up on the episodes we haven't talked about.
Okay, you start with it then.
Alright. Right, so the first, I think we left off by the Christmas special, which was when we broke up for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So the one that was after that was...
Oh, the Christmas one when you said that the Santa was stealing...
Because there was the Christmas one where
Mm.
seen that. Then the one after that was where they did sort of like the challenges. There was like, they kind of did like a little competition.
Mm.
And while they were doing that, he sort of somehow snuck into the Lion Tower.
Mm. I thought that was clever.
I kind of thought it kind of felt like a massive filler episode. I mean, this is kind of thing. The last few episodes in general, they've all felt like filler episodes where they then throw something like, where they then throw a plot twist at the end.
There is the biggest plot twist at the end, though, and I love that.
Well, but that's kind of thing. I mean, I will.
No. Sorry.
I always think,
Sorry. The episode after that, if I remember correctly, there is the biggest plot twist I did not see coming. Or more the how. It's the how. I'm not going to say, I don't want to give it away, but it's one of the darkest moments I've seen in Ninninger yet. Or not dark, but...
It's really weird because the last 3 episodes leading up to where we currently are at, they've all felt like, filler episodes leading to a massive plot twist.
Mm.
So you had that. So after the Christmas episode, you had them sort of like they challenged the villain of the week to like some contest with arm wrestling and stuff. So it felt like filler.
No, I get you.
And then at the end, their mecha gets taken. You've then got the episode following where they're sort of digging around and, you see the granddad chatting about, oh no, I'm letting them deal with it themselves. And then they get the mecha back. And then, I'm sort of like blitzing through 3 episodes in less than 5 minutes. But again, it feels like filler with a twist at the end. And then the very last episode we've seen, it's the Eclipse show, which they bring Shurikenja. You mentioned Shurikenja coming. I felt it was a proper waste bringing Shurikenja back for Eclipse show.
Agreed. No, agreed.
Where they then throw the massive plot twist at the end. Because normally, I think the last time they attempted something like this was something like Go Onja. Normally, Clip Show is just your shitty little Clip Show episode. And then you just see them battling all over again in the new year. And yeah, it's more than a coincidence that normally their Clip Show episodes is the New Year episode where, like in Japan, it's more... Because I remember reading this about the Shinkenja year, where, the viewership goes down because Japanese families are out doing New Year and doing the traditions at the temple.
Yeah.
So, normally they will put filler in Clip Show episodes.
That would make sense then. For rating rates, that would make sense. That you'd give a...
But that's the kind of thing, though. I kind of think, years past, normally, it's normally just a shitty little clip show episode. But
Here's the
they've
thing.
done, this is it as well. But one, it was a waste bringing Shuriken.
Agreed.
And then the plot twist. Bearing in mind, because we were chatting before recording, like a couple of days ago, we were talking, and you thought it was already the penultimate episode, and I had to tell you, for those that don't know, that Ninninger's already confirmed to be a 47 episode long, and we are on 43, and 44 has just gone out in Japan today.
How many is a standard?
Standard is normally 50, because there'll be like 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year. But again, I'm not entirely sure. Again, and then sort of the date that it starts will vary as well. So I can't remember what day Ninninger started, but it finishes on the 7th, so Zyuohger can start on the 14th. But again, confirmed. Ninninger's going to be 47 episodes. We're only on episode 43, and you've already, you kind of thought it was already going to be, because they're calling episode 44 the final battle. But regardless to if it is the final battle, they've then got 45, 46, and 47. So, what are they going? I think, it could be possible that they're going to use the last 3 episodes to find the last ninja. I did read the title of the final episode. I just can't remember what it was now. But anyway, so I really felt it was a waste bringing Shuriken back.
Agreed on that. No, highly agreed
on
that.
And the plot twist that they had was pretty pointless.
Honestly, I like...
No, it's a typical plot twist.
No, but I like the how.
No,
I like the how of that plot twist. Typical as it might, but I like how it was executed, if that makes sense.
Meh.
Alright, well, each your own. But I completely agree the fact that, the past couple of episodes seems very rudimentary. It did feel... And agreed, highly agreed that Shuriken was so wasted in such a redundant episode.
I was under the impression that they were going to bring back,
all of them.
Hurricane Red, Kaka Red, Red Ninja, Jiraiya, and they were going to have Shuriken in and I think they might still be doing that for this final battle. And if anything, I was expecting to see them in the episode before the clip show episode. But no, instead it was just the dad and the granddad mucking about. But, in that episode, you do see the 4 the 4 Gatai mecha bouncing around. I was like, I kind of saw that, and it looked kind of cool, but really, what came to my mind at the forefront was, you can tell this is definitely merch heavy. Then again, we'll be chatting about Zyuohger in a bit, and that's definitely going to be merch heavy.
Don't. If anything, I'm still interested as to where the story's leading and where all Ninninger's going to go. I'm going to try and keep an open mind if able.
So, do you know what's going to go down in the Toku v Ninninger movie?
No.
Right, let me think.
No.
I did read about it.
Don't spoil it for the guys. Don't spoil it for the guys.
I think no Aka Ninja is at the very forefront of the story.
Is or isn't?
No, is because I think there've been quite a few versus movies now where the previous team have turned evil and they got to work it out and then but it's not like that this time. But it is very centered around Aka Ninja. And again, that's without spoiling it too much. So, yeah.
That's interesting already. Right. Sticking with Sentai, but just on a different title, if you will. I recently saw on J Fusion there was an image of a US exclusive Dino Charge.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. if you want to explain it, because I can't remember for the life of me.
I have no idea.
Basically,
There was no explanation given.
The American form of Gabutira from Kyoryuger, the US form being a Dino Charge, and in lime green. The toy being in lime green. And I'm like...
If I remember reading correctly, I'm not 100% as to whether this is going to appear in Supercharge. I think it's just like a limited edition colour.
No, I think that too.
I think that's what I read, but I don't think this is going to appear in the show. I mean, because if you're going to talk about Dino Supercharge, you know, Death Ryuja is going to be making an appearance. Massive spoiler alert, because when I was talking in the Christmas Toku Talk, it does turn out that, the main villain for Supercharge is actually one of the reoccurring villains from one of the previous villains from the regular Supercharge, from regular Dino Charge. So I'm just kind of like, alright, a lot of people predicted that anyway. But I think it's going to be interesting to see the introduction of what they're calling Aqua Ranger, Kyoryusian. And then, but not much has been said about the Final Ranger or the Ultra. I can't remember what it's called in Kyoryuger. The Brachiozord with all the charges in its chest.
Oh, you mean the actual Megazord?
No, it's the Ultra, the final mecha that they introduced.
So you,
not Brachion, I'm thinking that's Zyuohger, but Brachion. I can't even remember, not Brontos. It wasn't a Brontosaurus. I don't know. Dinosaurs. But, the mecha in Kyoryuger, it kept all the Dino Charge, it kept all the little Dino battery things.
Well, the actual... Chest. Sorry, forgive me. The individual form is Giganta Brachio.
Yeah, that's it. I recognise the name.
That's the individual Zord.
And then it can combine with the other mechas as well, yeah.
Which I'm trying to... Giganta Kyoryugen.
Well, I think it was one of those cheating ones where it's just the Mecha Gatai just slots in on top.
It isn't, actually.
Is it not? I don't remember.
No, see, here's the thing. And, by the way, the name of it is...
So I know it keeps all the Dino batteries in its chest, and it shoots them all out.
See, this is where it's interesting, because A, it's called Giganta Brachio. Oh, sorry, Giganta Kyoryugen is when it's the final combination. Secondly, the way it works is that thing disassembles itself into different components. So you have the chest, the neck, pretty much forming like a gun, and then the rest of it just slaps onto Kyoryugen to make some tonked up armor thing, whatever, that looks absolutely lazy.
But anyway, coming back to the point, it's there's not that much detail being revealed about that. I mean, I know a lot of fans want Austin St. John to be the Silver Ranger, but that's not happening.
Reason?
Well, it's just not happening, is it?
No, I meant reason. Why do people?
Oh, why? Well, because it's Austin St. John, of course. I mean, it'd be better than Jason David Frank again.
I'm not complaining with that.
Oh, you wouldn't do, fanboy.
At least they will add another colour to his 5.
Yeah, but nah, well, I reckon it would have been cool to have had Austin St. John just to, break the change, or fuck it, make it Zordon. or fucking Alpha 5.
That'd be brilliant. Anyway, right.
So, shall we move on?
Yep, after you.
Okay, I'm going to chat about Sazer X now. It's still really still irritating, but the fact is, where I'm now I'm exactly halfway in Sazer X, and the fact is, I'm not saying that the characters got any better, but I've got used to them because they are so irritating. Stupid. I'm just like, I don't complain about it as much, but it doesn't mean they've got any better. It just means I've got used to them.
That's like, go on, Joe.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, plot-wise, it kind of has developed because, right. So basically, you got the team from, you got the people from 2500 AD. They come to present day 2005, and then like there was this promise from their captain in 2500 that he would come to present day again because he was here in 1960 as well, apparently. Anyway, so. Like, they're having this battle, and, in the end, those balls of power are called cosmic capsules. I've memorised that specifically to tell you. Anyway, so they're all, like, fighting over these 12 cosmic capsules, and, like, some villains from the future come down, and apparently, like, the 3 people they were fighting were their ancestors or some shit, and there's some professor woman who's, like, oh, we've got to keep them alive even though they're stupid because they're our ancestors or something. And even though their ship got destroyed, and these are the space pirates I was talking about, by the way. So their ship gets destroyed, but then they get transferred over to the new ship where there's this new captain from 2500, and he's like, oh, I'm going to get all the capsules. It's like, no one gives a toss. And so... And and again, it sort of reminds me of how incompetent the heroes are in this series. Because in the previous one, which was Justy Risers, they were completely incompetent and the guy came back to life and shit. In Sazer X, the same shit happened. So they had about 9 capsules, and then they managed to infiltrate the mecha where they were keeping the capsules, and that professor woman takes the female hero hostage, and she's fucking irritating, so I don't know why she didn't just kill her. Anyway, so she takes her hostage with a knife, and the guy who's from present day 2005, he's just stood there like a lemon, and she's like, tell me where the capsules are, and, it's like, no, just let her kill her, she's irritating. But instead, he points out, it's like, oh, our robot buddy keeps it. So she opens up the robot thing and takes all their capsules apart from one, I think, and then so they're like, oh no, we can't do sod all without the capsules. And then the captain from 2500 AD arrives at present day, kicks everybody's ass, gets back a few of the capsules, and they're like, oh, and and the female heroine goes real moist for the captain for some odd reason. Like, she's always been really cheeky and stupid and disrespectful to Lyo Sazer, and what was his name? I think his name was Takuto or something. Anyway, and then so the villains have more capsules than the heroes at this point. But then one of the ancestor villains goes, his name's Blair though, and he's actually really funny. But he ends up like, he just goes insane because he doesn't like these people sort of bossing him around. So he takes all the capsules, chains them to himself, and goes to fight Takuto. And then they all just end up capturing him with the capsules attached to him. And then he becomes like their pet. I think, I can't remember the name. Anyway, he kind of calls himself Poochie or something. It's just really weird. It's like, right, so you're their pet now. And, and then... But basically, when the captain is called Shaka Taicho or something, anyway, so he's in 2005. But then one of his friends from 2500 who believed that Shark Taicho turned against him, his name's Jackal. He comes to 2005 as well and just starts randomly fighting him. This is a silly series, and I can't wait to be done with it.
You sound
the mecha is just like meh. I mean, even the choreography's meh. Again, the only upside to it is I'm just so used to their stupid personalities by now. It doesn't bother me as much, but it's just meh.
Fair enough. Do you want to...
I really can't wait to finish this series because I will say now, even though I was supposed to have started O-Range by now, I haven't. But instead, I'm going to give Retro Sentai a break. And then once I not necessarily as soon as I finish Sazer X, But at some point, I do want to start watching the Indonesian Taku Bima. So,
and for those that are interested, the Japanese singer, model, actor Gact plays a recurring role in Bima. So do let us know how that.
I will, because that is actually going to be, again, I'll probably start it within the next week or so, and hopefully I'll be able to talk about the next topic as well. So moving on.
Yeah.
Zyuohger.
Right. I just watched off J Fusion. I watched the
promo.
Yeah.
Why have they gone around in a truck promoting it?
Hang on. No, I watched the second one. I didn't watch the first one. But here's the thing. I'm trying to keep an open mind, by all means, and I find that all the Red Ranger, the way that they showed right at the end, the whole scanning thing, Red's the only human, whereas all the other four seems.
So you've not actually read the synopsis that was released during Christmas?
No.
Right. Well, again, it's easily available, but just to let you and anyone watching know, and I guess it's not really a spoiler alert. It's just a synopsis. Basically, there is a random place or planet or dimension called Zoolander, and they are getting invaded by the Death Galleon. And so they need the help.
Is there any relation to Gokai Galleon?
I've no idea. And they need the help of a human from the planet Earth, and that just happens to be the Red Ranger. And so, in order to, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And so, in order to assimilate with us, they have because these are natural, Zunimals or some shit. So they are able to get a human form. And, and again, assuming that you saw the second that was actually the second promo, you see them in the bowling alley as animals. It's like, wait a minute, why isn't people freaking out? But anyway. It looks like it's going to be another sort of kiddie fun series.
It is.
I think I'm sort of, what is it? I've sort of been bludgeoned to death over the last 3 years by Kiddie Sentai, so I guess I'm just rolling with it now. Although I am still yearning for another Go Busters type series.
Oh,
but,
piss off!
When you've got Kyoryuger and Tokuja and Ninninger being really kiddie, you kind of like, all right, I'm just used to it now. Until they get a producer or director that says, right, let's give it another overhaul. Because I'll be honest, I think, I don't know why Go Busters wasn't popular. It went against all the norms. It took a real change of direction for Sentai, but nobody liked it.
When you say, hang on, I'm going to intervene. When you say overhaul, I'm going to use the term where you say, what's it? The person, okay, granted, Go Busters was unique, fine. The person who did, the producer, director, whoever, had balls, effectively, to try and do what he did, and granted that it's...
Absolutely.
Yeah, but same for the producer, director who did Gokaija. That...
No. That, basically, what you've got to realise with Gokaija is it was an anniversary
But
series.
there was pressure in that. There was a shit ton of pressure.
At the same time, because a lot of people were like, oh, they're just kind of trying to rip off Decade, which they kind of did, but
but better.
But a lot of people, the general consensus is it's better, and I'm not, and I think it is better, but but then at the same time, when it came to Gokaija, they were playing on nostalgia. And, they're literally taking ideas from the previous 34 Sentai and mashed it into one. They literally crammed it into one.
But here's the thing.
So there was always going to be something... but doing that, there's always going to be something for someone to like.
True.
Now, when it came to like because I was recently talking to someone on Facebook about Tokuja, Wilden Shifter, ironically.
Oh.
It was, it's literally a case of Tokuja. I liked the darkness of the villains and the whole making cities dark, but then the heroes is just like really, and and again at least with Ninninger, I kind of felt mixed. It'd have a good episode, it'd have a bad episode, and again, having already spoken about Ninninger. Like the last 3 episodes were mundane with twists at the end. It's like I kind of felt that was quite lazy story, script writing.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I haven't had a good Sentai. If we're going to be quickly talking about, I haven't seen a good story in Sentai since Geki Ranger or Magi Ranger. For me, anyways, I think those two.
So let me think. Story-wise. Well, this is it again. If you don't like Go Busters, I really like the story of Go Busters. That's quite a bold statement. I mean, Shinkenger had a really long story.
Prolonged, but then it had that twist at the near to the end.
Oh no! I mean, they ruined the end of Shinkenger in adopting, like a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, that thing. Anyway, but no, but like almost a semi-solid story. I think Magi Ranger and yeah.
You said Geki Ranger.
Yeah, Geki Ranger, and if anything, an enjoyable one for me would be Bokenger, really, as a consistency, really. But again, that's anniversary, so.
So getting back to
point.
Yeah, getting back to.
No, but Zyuohger, for the promo that I saw, I will try to keep an open mind.
Did you see the clearer views of the weapons and the
no.
Ancients? What do you mean no? You didn't see?
No.
Alright, well, they're just generic weapons, really.
Oh, whoopee.
Well, anyway.
I will stress, this is going to be very merc heavy, as you say, merchandising heavy. This is. Well, we already knew that from the build-up.
I mean, because they have revealed, they have already revealed very early on there's going to be an 8 Mecha Gatai.
Oh, piss off.
Yeah, man. It's going to be basically all the ones they've revealed so far. So you got the 5.
No. You got the 3 plus an additional 3.
No, you got
Wait. So you
got 5 Rangers with their relevant mecha.
So you got,
and then there's going to be 3 more armaments, which then becomes an 8 Mecha Gatai.
Oh, freaking hell! So you got let's see if I can guess right. You got the hawk, you got the dolphin, you then got the tiger, lion, and then on top of that, then you get the elephant,
it's an eagle.
Whatever, and then you get the elephant, and then you get the tiger, and then you get a giraffe. If that counts or not, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's one of the 8.
Fucking hell. And then you get the gorilla, and you get a. I'm just trying to remember what the last one was.
Yeah, I can't. It was the reveal before the giraffe, which is what it is, but I can't remember it offhand.
Armadillo, I think.
Meh. Oh well.
Anyway.
I still want to see what these
Rhino.
Look like. Yeah.
Rhino.
Oh well.
I think. But anyway.
But I still want to see what the Death Galleon look like. Because one of the reveals showed what the henchmen look like, and they're just like meh. Yeah, they look alright, but it's a bit meh.
Honestly, I'm gonna try and keep an open mind in regards to for the Zords, for the Megazords and Zords benefits, really, because this would be very unique in that they're doing Cubics style.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, even though we're like a million years old now, I think the fact that when the zoo animals are in human form, I'm like, zoo white, hell yeah. Shall we move on?
You are aware they're not calling themselves by colour in this series.
Aren't they?
Nope.
Zoo Red, Zoo
No,
Blue.
no. That's something
They
I
cloned
thought
us
you.
by the animals.
Yep. Zoo
You
Eagle, Zoo Dolphin, Zoo Elephant. I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
You can double check that.
Meh. I'll
Staple
just wait
me
for it.
wrong. I
No,
dare
I'm
you.
pretty sure I heard them referred to by colour, but I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I would be. Okay. For those of you guys, let me know if I'm wrong. Slate me down below. Comment, whatever, the usual. Anyway.
Moving on.
Yes. Oh, and just quickly, speaking of merchandises, on J Fusion, I saw, although I do not watch Ultraman, they have promoted a 1/16th, what?
I was going to say, I didn't see any Ultraman thing on JV.
They have promoted a 1/16th scale, I think it's a Hot Toys figure, and it looks amazing. Normally, I don't say that about Ultraman and so on and so forth, but it kind of...
You've never talked about Ultraman. I've said that I've seen 2 series and I do want to watch more of
The reason I'm talking about this is because it's pretty much like, it looks like Iron Man mushed with more the darkness of War Machine in the color of Ultraman.
Well, okay.
And it looks good. That's all I'm saying. That because we're talking about merchandise, I thought I might throw it up there as well. That it actually looks good.
Okay, but before we move on to Kamen Rider, just to finish off on Sentai, and I'll only spend 2 minutes talking about this.
Good luck.
I actually did watch the Ninninger movie.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, it was. It kind of had this sort of indie movie feel to it. Like, it was literally, you know, you had the granddad. He goes, "Oh, I need you to bring peace to a village." That was kind of their summer homework or something. And they go to this village. They're like, "Oh, we've got to rescue this lord." And then when he was in a box for some odd reason. And when they open up a box, this dinosaur pops out. And it's like, he's quite funny actually. He just starts coming out with jokes and shit. And then they're like, "Oh, but this ain't gonna do nothing." And then there's like some random new bad guy. Anyway, so they're like fighting his henchmen. And then like the villagers are like, "Oh, but our lord was really good," but then shit happened to him, and then he became rubbish, and then he got put in a box. It's like, all right then. And then like I can't remember. I think it was Our Ninja sort of inspired the dinosaur thing to, because I think the legend went, "Oh, if you break his horn, he'll break the spell" or some shit. But then instead, Our Ninja inspires him to fight for his village. So the dinosaur comes out, starts fighting for his village. He becomes a man again. But then that villain sort of zaps him and he becomes a giant mecha. And then it's like, oh shit, break the horn. So they get Shurikenjin and they like pow the horn off his face. Then they gatai with it and then save the day.
But, yep. And then, how did you find the Kyoryu Shurikenjin or whatever, Dino Shurikenjin or whatever the hell?
Meh.
Oh, really?
I couldn't give it a toss.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't care that much for it.
Fair enough.
Shall we move on to Ghost now?
Yeah.
Go, Ghost!
Doki Doki Ghost.
Yeah, anyway, so I think...
No, for me, I'm gonna just say, straight off the bat, I am having, like, a humongous snooze fest at the moment, seriously.
See, I thought it was getting really interesting, and then they kind of round it off cliches. I thought, no, I'm like, because, from where we left off, they were like, "Oh, we can't reveal what was going on here. I'd rather destroy the place and let them know what we're trying to do."
So here's the thing. You get Geki Chopper, the actor who plays Geki Chopper in Sotaro, he comes in.
I reckon he's going to be Necrom.
He's
straight off the bat. He's going to be Necrom. I reckon.
And then he comes in acting as Alan Sammer's bodyguard general thing or whatever.
But he really wants those icons as well.
For himself. And then the other guy gets all the other icons, whatever.
The guy with no teeth, rather.
And then it's like, without spoiling it, and then there's a whole episode or two that happens when he gets the icons. And it's so underwhelming. What happens?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I think Kamen's really pretty. Anyway,
besides that.
Fan service.
Yeah,
anyway,
but the whole episode as a whole was like, they could have done it better.
Yeah, but then, you know, there was like the current episode, episode 43 we're on, where, you know, they were just, you know, so I kind of felt everything leading up to...
43?
Yeah, we are on 43. 44 was aired in Japan today.
We're talking about Ghost.
Oh, shit. Hold on, what are the episode numbers? We're on Ghost 12, and 13's just been aired in Japan today. There we go. Right, getting back to the point. So yeah, I kind of felt that everything leading up to the final wish being granted was actually pretty good and quite climatic, if you will. And then the episode afterwards, it's like they do a countdown of the days, like, 22 days, and then they just fly by. And actually, today is the 10th, so if your knowledge is good, you'll know that episode 12 of Ghost was based on today, even though today they had aired episode 13. So basically, and bear in mind this was aired about 3 weeks ago, because they had a 2-week break. So they were 2 weeks ahead 2 weeks ago, and now now they're like 1 week ahead, or something like that. Anyway, so you literally see them running around, going to different museums and shit, trying to find like the icons, which they don't. Only for his dad to pop up in ghost form. Here's shit to bring you around again.
My point, and I'm not gonna try to spoil too much of it, but there is such I can't word it without giving it too much away. It's that end part where the Gramps...
They're fighting in the sea, or they're fighting at the beach.
No, when the Gramps, at the end, he says, you may have resetted your time, but it won't happen again.
Yeah, meh.
Exactly, that's my point. It's like, seriously? Seriously?
Well, you know, they had to justify him still being around somehow.
Here's the thing. I watched those episodes of Ghost while I was playing my computer game. I wasn't even looking at it, I was merely just listening to the episode whilst playing on my computer game.
So you really don't like Ghost?
It's not I don't like it, I just find it absolutely, like, boring at the moment. I'm trying to find something interesting, and then there was the new fight, which was okay.
I think it'll be interesting to see. I do reckon that Geki Chopper is Necrom.
Alright. But they do show Ghost's token form in the episodes that we refer to. However, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to talk about it. And I just want something good to happen in this series, please.
LOL.
Anyway.
Anything else about Ghost? I mean, they've been like talking about the Tyson film that's being released in March.
Right.
Have you seen this?
I've seen a poster with the whole silhouette of, well, not silhouette, with the almost like a magic circle with some other Heisei riders around Ghost.
No, I think what you're looking at is the promo for the web series.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're doing a web series where basically Ghost, what's his name? Is his name Takaru? We don't even know the name of the main hero's name. The name of the main hero's name. Anyway, it's basically him. He gets icons of the previous Heisei riders.
Oh, fuck's sake, here we go.
So he gets a Gaim, I think they've revealed quite a few already.
Yeah.
I think it's like, they've revealed his drive form, his
double
Gaim form, his double form. I think it's just those, and O's form. I think it's just post-decade, I think. And then...
So Neo Heisei, effectively.
Yeah, Neo Heisei. Or I think they're calling it second gen Heisei now for some reason. Anyway.
See, that actually sounds better than Neo Heisei.
I think that's why they call it second gen Heisei now.
Yeah.
Anyway. And then, but yeah, you're talking about the web series, which I would have totally forgotten to talk about. I probably wouldn't have talked about anyway, but anyway. But no, I am talking about the film that's being released in March. Basically, Kamen Rider Ichigo gets a whole makeover, gets a complete makeover, and even the promo is very vague. They're just like, "Oh, we're celebrating 45 years of Kamen Rider," and they've not really explained why they've given Ichigo an overhaul.
Right.
I mean, because when I first read about it, I thought, I read it as if they're bringing Kamen Rider the Next as Ichigo.
That would be clever.
That would have made more sense.
Agreed.
But no, they are doing a complete overhaul.
Why? Why would you? That's like saying you're giving the Statue of Liberty a holdover. It's iconic.
Yeah.
It's iconic. It's Ichigo. It's the first. You cannot.
No, they're giving Ichigo. Yeah, they're literally bringing in a new. I think it's because Takashi Honto, or whatever his name is, probably getting too old to keep reprising his role.
I suppose. So what? They give what? So they're bringing in someone new to play the role of Ichigo or something.
I thought again, it's very vague and very sort of thin on the ground as terms of info. Just they've shown what the new Ichigo. They've shown the new suit of Ichigo.
How does it look?
And well, it's shiny.
Color.
Oh no, it's still green.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Still.
it's insane.
I'm speechless in regards to. I can't believe they would actually have the balls to, or even.
It's Toei. That nothing's sacred to them. Man.
True, but the fact that there's going to be so much. What do you call that? Not feedback, but just kickback that they are going to. Yeah, a lot of it. That they're going to be tampering with an iconic character. Even the suit is iconic. It's a national, well, not national. So let's try that again. An iconic memento, if you will.
Well, what you can do.
Anyway.
So,
right.
Shall I let you end by talking about Faiz?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's not like any other riders. Currently I've just finished watching episode 10. So I'm slowly, thank you, working my way through it, and it's very unique in that. How can I describe it? It feels like just like with all the villains taking on human forms majority of the time, like running an organization or whatever, an actual organization, and it's
Sniper Brain.
yeah, that one. And even within that organization, they have their own rules, regulations, and so on and so forth, and even harsh ones at that. Like, you have to defeat another villain who's not doing a good job, so you have to kill your own kind of thing. And I'm like, whoa, where's this coming from, kind of thing. So it has this dark.
It's almost like what Machine Chaser was, really.
Effectively, that is actually, yeah, that's a good analogy. But I will say, it's for the moment it's good, and the next episode I'm hoping to see Delta, if I'm correct on that. And because in the episode
How many riders are there at the moment? Is it just the one?
It's just the one. Then we should have Delta, and then I can't remember who the other one is. Kaiser, that was him. And then Saiga's the villain. No, is it? Who comes in first, Delta or Kaiser? Isn't it Delta?
Delta.
Delta, yeah, I thought so.
But I think, I think obviously I know you already said you want to save most of your comments for when we do the series review.
Yeah.
But there are some, even though it's been years since I've seen Fires, there are some real, like, in the second half of Fires, there's some real comical standout moments.
Alright. At this moment, I don't really have much more to say on Fires. I'm just waiting on some more, like...
Open your eyes.
For the next Fires. Yes, you should...
Stupid. I used to burst out laughing when I used to hear that.
Yeah, and because I'm trying to yeah, so are you. But anyway, do you want to add anything into or add anything onto?
No, I think our next Toku Talk, which is in 2 weeks, is going to be epic because I am going to watch Bimmer, hopefully.
Alright. And also, do you have anything, or is there anything that the viewers can look forward to for this year, if there is anything?
What's it called again? Zyuohger.
Zyuohger.
Zyuohger. Actually, TVN are spelling it with a Z.
Oh, interesting. Anyway, but when
no, I'm lying. They're spelling it with a J.
Asides that, what can the viewers look forward to from us this year?
Oh, from us?
Yes.
I'll be watching O-Ranger, Car Ranger, Ginga Man, Go 5. I might get back around to watching Superhuman Cyber Squad, LOL. But imminently, I do plan to start watching Bimmer. I've still got to watch Cougar, Agito, Decade Double O's, Fours. So I've got a very active year watching Toku, and it's 10 years. It's been nearly 10 years since I've started watching Toku, so I'm really mega hype.
For me, I would say I'm continuing on with Fires, and then I'll probably find another either Sentai or Rider to watch.
I've already dictated to you. You're watching Fires now, and then you're going on to Cougar and Agito.
You're a douche. And then after that, I'm looking forward to, or I can't wait to do the special episodes for us.
You mentioned that in the Christmas episode.
I don't care. Anyway.
That just means we've run out of series to talk about, so we're talking about themes like magic and stuff, which will be fun, I guess. And it's stuff that we tend to talk about off camera anyway.
Oh well.
Yay!
Anyway, right, so I think that is pretty much it. So, Yeah, I've been Master Bushido, he's been my Toku Bro on the other side, if that being Flayvaman! And as always, yeah, do like, comment, subscribe, you know, the usual. Do please do download.
Follow us on the Twitter.
Just like he said. Without the spasticated voice, though. Anyway. But as always, yeah. Visagam!
You should have come. See you next time.